Are you aware of Francis Ngannou?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, he's fighting this weekend, and Francis Ngannou just broke the world record for the most power ever shown in a punch. They have this machine that they use worldwide. It's widely accepted that this is like one of the best ways to measure a punch. It's this large pad, and you hit it with full power, and it generates. And Francis Ngannou beat the second place by some insane amount of power. I mean, he's a ridiculously powerful dude.
Oh my God!
But he scares the shit out of everybody. Here he is, right here. So they show this thing. It shows what the original world record was, and then Ngannou broke it by like 3,000 pounds or some shit.
Oh my God! Look at that!
Yeah, he's ridiculous. He's terrifying. You know, they found this dude. He was a homeless guy.
He was homeless.
He was homeless, living in France. And he made his way into a gym, and I believe he wanted to box. And when they brought him in, so I guess 129,161 units. The previous one was 114,000. Like, what in the fuck?
Spong,
and Tyrone Spong, who's a beast.
Yeah.
And so Francis Ngannou, who's fighting this weekend, who is fighting Alistair Overeem, who's another beast.
So
fantastic fight.
Any predictions, Joe?
Chaos.
Yeah,
I
think that's a safe.
I predict chaos.
That's a safe, good prediction right there.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about this on my MMA podcast that Alistair's been stopped. I think in MMA he's been stopped at least 11 times, and I think he's been stopped 3 or 4 times in kickboxing as well. There's like 14 KOs plus knocked out in his career, either TKO'd or knocked out. Like, that's the guy that's got to be worried about getting hit by the guy who's got the world record punch.
Yeah, so, it's going to be youth and exuberance versus experience.
Craftiness.
Yeah, craftiness.
Very
crafty. It's going. That's what it's going to be.
I agree. The consequences of Alistair getting hit though are so grave. Ngannou is so terrifying.
Yeah. And you think, I mean, possibilities are pretty good.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Fight. I mean, Ngannou was supposed to fight Junior Dos Santos at one point, which was also a really interesting fight. But I think the Alistair Overeem fight is more dangerous for him, but also it's going to let everybody know. Because Alistair's at the top of the heap in the heavyweight division.
Right.
If Ngannou can get by Alistair, most likely he'll get a shot at the title very soon.
Right. So what do you think his ground game?
Well, we don't know too much about him other than he submitted one guy in the octagon, and we know that he does have submission skills. He was one fight by submission, I think Anthony Hamilton. But I think he's first of all, every fight starts standing up. And you got to get through hell to get that guy to the ground. Good luck. And he's been taken down before and survived and came back to knock the guy out. So. And he's also, still learning and growing.
Yeah, I mean, he just started, really.
Pretty much. Yeah, he's only been doing it for a few years. He's terrifying.
Yeah, potential is unbelievable.
Yeah, well, you know what I think he represents? I think he represents a real world-class athlete that's fighting in MMA, whereas, like, maybe that guy would have gone to football or somewhere else in another era.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But now that MMA is... it's like I think the same thing about John Jones. Like, John Jones, I think, could have done anything. But John Jones got into MMA, and you see what happens when you see a real world-class athlete.
Oh, man. John's I like John, and I got to meet him a few times, and he told me that he listens to me before he goes out and, before he goes out and fight. And that was a real honor for him to say that. He likes this I am the one speech that I did, and he always said, "Say it along with me, CT." We were standing there yelling in his phone, "I am the one."
That's awesome.
And then he goes out and kills people. Like,
he does.
He's a murderer, man.
Yeah, I hope he sorts all his problems out. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this recent, positive drug test. So we'll see.
It seems like the only guy that can beat John Jones is John Jones.
Well, that's what they used to say about Tyson.
Yep, and it's true.
And it was true.
It's true.
You won all of your world records drug-free.
Yeah, 100% drug-free. I was drug-free for 37, 38 years, but I did try roids in 1980. Or 81, I believe it was. Before it became illegal, I tried them.
What'd you try?
I went to a doctor, and I don't know if I should say this fucker's name because he might still be in business, still alive, but the same doctor that